Hey guys, so you're sitting at your desk and you have maybe a monitor or two, laptop, tablet, watch, and a phone. The last thing you want to do is look at another screen. So, what if you can offload some of those good to know but don't want to be annoyed with info like the weekly weather or upcoming events into something that's not any of those devices, but something that's unobtrusive and isn't trying to notify you and get your attention all the time? Well, I think I found a welcome companion for my desk, and it's called Terminal. I'll be going over what Terminal is, what I like about it, and the technology running behind it. Let's go. So, what is Terminal? Terminal is a single-purpose e-ink dashboard. Unlike a tablet or smart display, it's designed to be passive tech, something that just sits in your peripheral vision without glowing, buzzing, or demanding your attention. Think of it like a digital sticky note, but one that actually updates itself. For the display, it features a 7.5-inch monochrome e-ink screen. Because it uses electronic ink, the display only consumes power when the image changes. Once an image is printed on screen, it stays there indefinitely without using any battery. Because the hardware stays in a deep sleep mode 99% of the day, a single charge can last anywhere from 3 months to a full year, depending on how often it's set to refresh. So there is no backlight, nor is the display a touchscreen. I'm quite happy about that. Terminal made this intentional because it just relies on ambient light in the room, exactly like a sheet of paper or, a Kindle. This eliminates that blue light, eye-searing glare associated with traditional monitors like iPads. All of this is housed in a slim, lightweight, soft-touch ABS plastic frame. It's designed to be clean and minimalistic to fit any desktop setup. It includes a built-in kickstand for desktop use and a mounting slot if you prefer to hang it on the wall like I have. For connectivity, it has a built-in Wi-Fi chip and USB-C port for charging. So setting it up is a breeze. Connect to the Wi-Fi and then you go to the web dashboard with a browser. After pairing the device, the fun begins. To start putting together a playlist, you head to the plugins page and start adding things you want to display. For myself, I wanted to add some essential ones like the weather, my calendar, and then I found some more specific ones like YouTube channel stats and stats for my pie hole. I also added some fun ones in my rotation like upcoming movies, what to wear weather forecast, dad jokes, and triangle art. One neat thing you can do for your playlist is create a mashup, which is a compilation of multiple plugins in one view. You can do a variety of different formats and orientations like split screen and up to 4 different plugins displayed at once. You'll find the plugins either to be officially managed and updated by the Terminal team or created by the community as recipes. We'll dive into recipes a little bit later, as it's one of the features I really like about Terminal. After all this is set up, you really just set it and forget it because remember, the battery lasts a super long time. So now let's get into the tech because I want to know how it all works. So how does Terminal generate what we see on the display? Well, the device itself doesn't run any of the apps. It's not a high-powered computer that's processing data, but instead really just acts as a receiver like a projector screen. For example, it doesn't know what the data is on your calendar. The server is what handles all the heavy lifting. It reaches out to your apps, pulls in the raw data, and pushes it through a layout engine, Liquid. It takes in the code and renders it into a single, high-contrast black and white image. Based on the set refresh rate, Terminal wakes up from its deep sleep, connects to the Wi-Fi, and goes, "Hey, do you have a new image for me?" It then downloads a new image generated by the Terminal servers, displays it, and then effectively turns itself off. This is why the device stays off 99% of the day while it just sits there showing you the last image. So now let's come back to one of the things I mentioned earlier about plugin recipes. One of the best features of Terminal is that you can build your own plugins to put anything you want on the display. This is part of their developer edition. Once unlocked, you get access to the Terminal API that allows you to create your own private endpoints that aren't listed in the public gallery. So you can start from scratch by inputting your data source from either webhooks or pulling from a feed. Once you've got your data source, you just need to give it a design. Terminal uses the Liquid templating engine, the same one Shopify uses. It's simple HTML and CSS. You use Liquid tags to place your data. Or, instead of starting from scratch, you can fork an existing plugin and just modify some of the elements or just the layout. For example, I wanted to display my YouTube subscriber count. I could start from scratch by building my own request to the YouTube API, but I saw that there was already a plugin that was for the YouTube Creator Award, which fetches the subscriber count. So I forked this plugin and edited the template to how I wanted it. How easy was that? With people being able to create their own plugins, they are also allowed to be shared to the community as recipes. There are already hundreds of community-created recipes and more being created every day. So Terminal has now become an essential part of my desk space. Yep, right there. It's the perfect info display without being annoying. It's easy to manage and fun to customize and develop for. The only thing that I think would make the Terminal better is a bigger display. Well, they listened and Terminal X is here. It's got a much larger 10.3-inch display, a higher resolution, and more shades of gray. So, are you guys ready to build your own dashboard and have some peace around your desk? Let me know what plugins you guys would use on your Terminal. See you guys in the next one.